inside. The old gods granted me a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping the magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are we are
Welcome back to Original GM. I am Hoopahu, and we're getting more comfortable, it seems like. We're having a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, our players, Wachi and Chikala, are in quite a pickle, but they've learned that they can die and come back to life. Now, I am going to state this to you guys. I meant to state it last time, but I didn't mean to. I thought about it, and then I thought, you know what, I'll just wait until everything's over and they go to do experience and then tell them. But I'm going to tell you now so that you can try your damnedest to prevent anything like that happening more. Every time you die, you lose half the experience that you would have gained from that adventure. Simply put, once you're done with here and you gain experience, you'll get half if you died once. You'll get 25% if you died twice. You'll get 12.50% if you've died 3 times, so on and so forth. And it will, and it's not, you know, when you die, it's when you die like this, you know, which not that there will be any other way for you to die, but now you understand. There is a cost.
Okay.
It's almost like your being is reconstituted somehow. So it affects you. But let's get back to it. You guys are in a room with 11 frost giants, I believe. And there are 4 up the hallway. 2 that are on braid, 2 that are headed to braid. 1 youngling on braid and 1 full-grown giant on braid, and 2 younglings headed towards him. You guys are in the room with 3 full-grown giants. One of them's knee is really hurt, and he's trying to drag himself out of the room. The other 2 big ones are still in the center. They seem to be doing fine. And then you've got 8 little ones in there, looks like. And so out of the 8 little ones that are in there, 4 of them are wounded and 4 are not. So we're gonna start with 10 initiatives. One thing I want to remind you is that the others are not rolling initiatives. You don't know where they are. You haven't gone over there and looked.
Right.
You're not sure what has happened to them. They're just gone. So as far as you know. So we start off with 10 initiatives again. This is, you died last round?
On an 8.
On an 8, okay. So on an 8 this time will be 1 round. So we start with Braid on a 9. Actually, yeah, Braid on a 9. I'm not even going to include those that were in that room in initiative any longer. So we're going to come up here and take a look at Braid on a 9. He mixes an intelligence with a 2, and he knows that he is in trouble. He's going to attempt to draw these outside with him. He's going to run as far as he can. He has to go through these doors. Of course, he's plenty strong enough. Forces him open, but it slows him down a little bit. So he's going to make it just inside the doorway. But he only opened it enough for himself to go through, so the giant stopped to open the door to get to him. And that's the end of his attacks. He actually is going to hold. He just did his movement rate and turn around and wait for them because he thinks they're coming for him. And they are. This one will go through the door on an 8, and this one will go through the door behind him on an 8. The others in the other room will get to. Braid swings first. He's going to swing at the big one. He rolls a 1. What a way to start off combat. Damn it, man. Alright, that's an 05. That will end his attack. And they will swing. Miss and a miss.
Yay!
The other 2 will continue their movement rate. And make it to there. Now to you guys. On an 8.
I'm on an 8.
How?
'Cause
Yeah,
I
you
came
come back
back
to
on
life
it.
on an
I
8.
came back
That's
to
right.
life on an 8, so it changed my initiative
And
from 7
did-
to 8.
When did you do that? Last round, right?
The same round I died.
Save round she died. So yeah, you're good. You beat them on initiative with the break right last time, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
So
so.
so
Yeah.
go ahead and go.
It was her, me, and then them.
You have a 3 on you.
Are either of those 3 hurt?
The 2 above you are hurt. The one farthest above you is the most hurt.
Okay, but I would have to disengage with the other 2 to get to him.
No, they're around you. They're all pretty much right on top of you. Like
Okay,
this.
okay.
They're all 3 coming for you, and that's it. These guys are going this
Okay.
way.
I'm gonna swing at the one that's hurt.
All right, so go ahead.
So I'm gonna quick draw.
Okay. Roll.
19.
Okay, that will hit. And that's on the little one.
Yes.
And,
20.
all right, he's still standing.
All right, and then I get 1 more attack
Okay.
without my quick draw.
All right. Won this round. Well, this is your new round, right?
No, this is it came back around.
So you died and came back, so you start over. So you'll get
Oh, so I get 2 attacks?
2 attacks this round.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
14.
Hit. On the same guy, right?
Yes.
That
and
will
then-
kill him.
Okay,
He
cool.
is now dead.
And then I'll turn around to.
There's 2 others on you.
The big one.
Okay.
And use my last attack on him. $21.
Hit.
And 19. And then I'm going to use one of my actions to sheath my sword again.
Okay. Eights, sevens. That's your old initiative. 6, 5, A. Wait, no. Eights, they attack.
Oh.
Yeah. Oops. So you have 2 on you.
I do, and I still have one action.
Can't quick draw twice in the same round.
Right.
But
It's like magic when you have 1 mana untapped.
yeah, I get it. You got a good armor class.
I do. It's pretty good.
Miss. Now the big one tries to hit you and misses. So these 2 on you miss. This one runs towards Dusty. He's going after Dusty. And he hits the marbles that are still there.
Nice.
And let's see. He stays standing
Uh-oh.
and growls at Dusty. He'll throw a cannonball at him.
No.
4 will miss, I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure.
Dusty's got a low armor class.
He does.
Yeah, he's squishy. Barely.
Barely misses him. Almost hits him. Hits the lava behind him. There's a splash, but it doesn't hit Dusty. It goes the other way. I think I'm gonna have to make a morale check on the other one that's next to Dusty. That's next to the big one coming at Dusty. Simply because he's hurt, and you guys have been coming back to life. He's gonna stay, so he will attack Dusty. Very precarious for him to kind of step in there, though, so I'm going to make him make a dex check. I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is a young storm or frost giant's dex? Anyway, he has no problem whatsoever. He swings at he swings at Dusty. Goodbye, Dusty. A 1. A 1. He fumbles.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
That's what you call rolling a 1 and then rolling a 20 to catch the 1.
You're making your dex check.
Yeah. So he swings and rolls a 1, misses Dusty, and it ends his attacks. He just kind of falls right there, stumbles right there, but he doesn't go into the lava. Down the lug. Velia has 4 on her. She's unconscious or dead. And they just kind of kneel down, all 4 of them. They're younglings. Kind of kneel down and look at you. You know, one of them grabs her body and picks it up and just bites her head clean off. Starts chewing on her head. The other one grabs her from him and he fights him and it rips her leg off. And it takes it and starts to eat it. The other 2 are like kind of standing there waiting their turn and kind of looking and bouncing in there. So the 4 of them are kind of, that's all they're really doing this round. This one that ran from Vey, he comes over here because this giant is screaming at him, yelling at him. He's like, "Help me, youngling, help me!" And he goes over and helps the big one kind of stand up. He holds on to him and they continue to try to go out of here. The big one continues to try to go out here with him. They'll get to about right there. 7s,
Goodness, all that was on an 8.
6, 5, Vey. He laughs, a maniacal laugh towards the giants. And he says in common, "Run! Run!" And you see this mad look in his eye, and you see light coming from him, like out of his eyeballs and mouth. He's like, "Run!" And he's just shaking. You're like, what the hell's going on with him?
I'm dead.
Yeah, you don't see this. And he turns and he starts running towards this little giant right here. He swings this big bastard, two-handed bastard sword and just chops the leg off of the giant with a natural 19 down at the ankle, and he starts to fall to the ground. You see Vey just kind of sheath his sword and leap on him and start rummaging to try to get to his neck. He gets to his neck, and you see him go, and these teeth come out, made of pure light, and he goes, and sinks into him. And you see the giant going. That's what Vey does this round.
That's all.
4, 3, 2, 1. New initiative.
Are those consequences we were
Tens.
talking about?
10s. 9s. Braid. He's continuing to try to. I'm gonna wait on that. I'll just do that myself and let you know. You're gonna have no idea what's going on, okay?
Yeah, that helps with metagaming. Helps me keep from wanting to run over there and try to help him. Yeah.
I gotta check something real quick on this. Eights.
Right here. 2 rounds. Right here. I'm gonna quick draw and hit the big one again.
Okay. This is happening right next to you, by the way.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, he just attacked the little one that was on top of me. Goodness.
He chopped his foot and it fell. He just did damage. You know, he just does damage to it and it falls, and then he jumps on him and climbs on him and sinks his teeth into him. And you see the light. And he doesn't look at you. It's not like he even is aware that you're there, you don't think.
Hopefully he doesn't come after me next. Yeah.
And you're standing like right next to that bloody grate with all the blood and stuff in it. The giant that's fighting you is standing on it, by the way.
How big is the grate?
It's large enough the giant can stand on it. And, you know, it's probably 20 by 30 feet. It's huge, made of iron.
I have an idea, but I don't think I have the things to make happen what I was thinking.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm just telling you about your surroundings.
Right. I'm gonna quick draw on the big one.
Okay.
10. That misses.
Okay. You get one attack this round?
That was a quick draw, but yes, I get one attack.
Hold on just a second. The one you're attacking, when you swing, you miss him.
Yeah.
Yeah, his morale is steady. Vey doesn't seem to scare him away or anything. He just stands there still looking at you. You swing, he's like, moves his leg with your quick draw, and you miss him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to hit him again.
Okay.
12. That misses.
It misses.
Yeah, that misses. I still have 2 actions. I'll sheathe my sword and save my other action.
You also have your movement,
I do.
but if you disengage,
Yeah, he'll get a free hit, which I don't want to.
we'll get a free attack. Yeah,
I
but
don't want to do that.
okay.
But I still have 1 action, so I'll hold that.
Okay. Put the mana in your pocket.
Yep.
All right. The one Vazon reaches up and grabs him and just kind of throws him off of his neck. But he's still like convulsing. There's something going on. You're not sure what. He throws Vay this way. Right next to you. He lands right next to you on the ground. Sliding on
Is
his
the
sliding
light
on his
still in
back.
his eyes?
Yeah. Sliding on his back. Hold on. Okay. His armor is just thrashed. It's hanging by pieces. It is plate mail. It's got huge dents and fingerprints on it, and some of blood. It's caked in blood. You see blood dripping down from his waist, and he doesn't appear to be hurt by the way that he's acting. But when you look at him, he's hurt. Something really bashed up inside of him. So the other giants, the big one, will swing at you. Actually, no. He's got an opportunity to swing at Vay. He swings at Vay. Natural 17 is going to hit. His minimum damage. So, let me roll. Yeah. You see Vay's body just cave in. The light in his eyes and everything goes out. You see the teeth go like wisps of magic back up into his mouth. And he's dead. Giant tries to attack Dusty, the 2 down here, but they've got to make their... the big one slips and falls on the marbles. And so does the little one. So this one that's hurt, he just falls down again. It doesn't make him go into the lava or anything like that. But he still gets an attack. This one, the big one, he falls completely down to the ground and has to stand back up and falls again on the marbles again. So that's going to end his attack. But the little one on the ground, he swings at Dusty. A 2 will miss.
Nice.
Oh, you lucky little shit. All right. These 4 are fighting over Valia's body on an 8 and eating it still.
It's 2 rounds or 1?
These,
This is 2.
This will be 2.
Yeah. Next round on the end, I'll come back.
all right. That's the end of their attacks. All right. Vay's dead. New initiative.
That was on what initiative? An 8. He died on an 8.
He did.
Okay.
You guys are dying on 8s because that's when they attack.
That's when they attack. Yeah.
So, we're gonna come back around to at 8. Valia. It's as if the same before, just light erupts and you appear. Now the reason you come from your torso is where you come from, and one of them's holding on to you when the light does, but he just lets you go and you drop to the ground. It doesn't hurt or anything because it's in the middle of this transition. You just kind of hit the ground and you're still full healing as you come back. It's your move. What do you
Grab
do?
my sword.
Actually, I'm sorry, it's not your move. Roll a break. You already beat them, right?
I
Hey, she beat them
did.
before, but this is
But
new
I
for
died.
3.
Okay. 6.
You go.
I'm gonna grab my sword,
Okay.
and first I'm gonna invoke the bless, the +4 greater bless.
Okay. +4 to hit, +4 saves.
Yep, for 1 hour.
Okay. They all just kind of back away like, what the hell, and the ones that were eating your body parts are gone. So they're like, what the hell?
I start with
None of
none
these
of them
are
are
hurt.
hurt.
Not a single one is hurt.
Okay. Top right hand one, I guess.
Here.
Yeah.
So surroundings, just so you know when you're aware,
Mhm.
the gas is behind this one.
Okay.
The lava is right here,
Okay.
and you're standing in bones.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead.
Actually, I'm gonna attack the one that's next to the gas thing.
Okay. And try to drive him back into it, or
Mhm.
while you're attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so +4 hit, +4 saves, so. Okay. Natural 18.
That will hit. That's piercing.
It is.
Goes through any magical protections they have. Magical.
25 damage
Okay.
on the first hit.
He kind of just moves back away from you and right into the gas. He doesn't even really think about it. How much damage did you say again?
25.
Hold on. Okay. He starts coughing and hacking in the middle of that smoke,
Nice.
and holding his eyes and like. Give me a second. Okay. What do you do now? So if you engage him, you'll be leaving these guys and they'll get a free attack.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll go to the one on the top right.
All right.
Natural 17 piercing.
That will hit.
24 damage.
All right.
And I'm going to remember the final word.
Okay.
I completely forgot it every round last game.
So
Still learning
when
the
you-
sword.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When you hear me say one or new initiatives, you say wait.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They're gonna swing at you.
Of course.
I go before them, right?
You do. You are at a.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're.
I'll swing at the big one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Quick draw.
Quick draw. Yeah, quick draw.
Okay.
Wait, am I 2 or 1 this round?
2.
2?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
You need a counter.
I do.
Yeah. I wasn't doing anything, so I was paying
12, that'll
attention.
miss on my quick draw. 3, that'll miss.
With your pluses.
Yeah, okay. That's a 17.
Hit.
sheath my sword.
Yeah.
And save an action.
Okay. It's their attack.
Sorry.
So-
keep interrupting. I haven't used any actions.
You haven't.
Can I use one?
Yeah.
To try and yell at them the way she did with my charisma?
Okay. In common.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a hard question.
Is it?
You don't speak your tongue.
Okay.
So they're the younglings. They don't speak any common at all. Some of the big giants might, older ones might, but these don't know any of it. But you know, I guess it would be possible to scare someone by. So if you see some mad, crazed woman yelling at you in a
Screaming.
foreign tongue, it might have some intimidation
It was
factor.
just born from light.
Yeah,
Keeps
so-
coming back from
So
the
yeah,
dead.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it. Now I'm not gonna allow you to like convince them of anything, or they don't understand you.
Yeah.
It just might distract them for a
Yeah.
moment.
She would just yell at him.
Okay.
We will never die. We will never die.
Okay. Roll your charisma.
It's not great. Oh, it is. Sorry, I was looking at my comeliness.
No, your comeliness isn't great. Your charisma's wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
4 under 17.
So you're gonna force them to make a morale check. Is how I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to do anything to any of them, except for the one in the smoke. And he runs this way, half blind. He runs away from you.
It was a good try.
Got rid of one of them.
It did.
Yeah. He wasn't going to be able to attack this round anyway, but still he's going to run away. Oh, wait. Dusty had a 4 last round and the round before and didn't really do anything, did he?
No.
He'd just been standing there. So the round before the last, I meant for him to stand there. He was trying to draw him in. So he's going to take his movement rate. This one's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
This one's standing up, but he could swing at him. Yeah. Fuck the poor little mage. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
Right.
keep him alive, but
You're good.
he's gonna run and try to go past that one. Damn it. Poor Dusty. He's like I said, he's gonna try to run, but he knows he'll get to swing at him. I'll probably kill him. They're gonna get to swing at him anyway. I have an idea. So Dusty has an idea. The one laying on the ground that he's going to try to run from, he doesn't run from him. He goes towards him and walks up and heals him. He puts his hands on him and heals him. Would a cure light wound?
That's quite the idea.
And when he does, he pats him.
He's trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
It confuses the youngling giant, who just kind of smiles at him for a second. He's sitting down, so he just kind of like sits there and goes like that. And Dusty slowly kind of goes around him, just patting his leg like he knows him, and gets on the other side of him. But he does not immediately take off. He holds his movement rate, watching the other giant, because he still has an attack. And he saw all that. The big giant did. And he goes, and just turns away from Dusty like he's an ally.
Good job, Disney.
and comes to you
Fuck.
and swings.
Fuck.
What's your armor class?
Negative
I got
3.
it. Sorry. Miss.
Yay.
And in the 3 around you swing. Hit. Natural 19. Miss. So hit. You got hit twice. Ouch.
Yeah. Awfully fucking squishy to be a male.
This hit points come up.
28, 7, 35.
God damn it. 35?
35.
Dead?
No.
No, but that's more than half my hit points.
Roll system shock for me. Under your constitution.
$95. $41.
You're good. This one over here that's by Vay, you see him kind of sit up. And his eyes kind of glow for a second, the same color as what Vay's eyes were glowing, and he shakes his head. The other one, after he swings and kills Vay, he swings at you. No, this round. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Miss.
They keep missing me.
One away. You survived that. Okay, so, and I think that's all of their attacks except for, what's going on in another place. This one doesn't get attacked this round. He sits down over here and is like holding his stomach going, "Ugh," and you see he's puking up something. Possibly Valia's leg, you're not sure, even though it's gone. Anyway, no. Goodness. 8s.
God damn it. Forgot my final word again.
No, we're on an 8s. Oh, did you?
Wait, did I already go on this round?
Wait, no.
I went.
So I
Yeah.
forgot Dusty last round with a 4, so that's what I did, and then I went on their 8, which is so
Yeah, okay, yeah.
that's the I will give you a final word. That's
Okay.
my fault as DM because of Dusty's situation.
Okay.
So you can swing once at any one of the ones that are on top of you. The big one just came in and hit you too, so
I'll go for him, the big
Okay.
one.
all right.
And this will be 2 rounds that Vay's been dead on this 5 or on this 8.
Yeah.
So 19. Because I get the +4, right? Yeah. 19.
Hit. Which one are you swinging? The big
The
one? you
big
said?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this one been hit yet?
I did hit the one on
Yes.
the top right for 20 something.
This one?
21, 23.
That's the one that ran away, right?
No, I hit the other one. No.
Yeah, this one
The
here.
youngling.
Oh, yeah.
I hit him last round. Or this round on 8.
This one.
Yep. Yes. It was 21 or 23, I can't remember. Okay. Damage for the big guy.
Yep.
Nice. 29. No. 30. 30.
30.
30.
Nice.
Nothing quite beats 166 damage you did last game.
I know. I was fucking really hoping for an actual 20 again.
All right. Yeah. In?
That was my final word.
Okay.
Yep.
That's right. So then we go to the 8s. They do their attack, and then we're going to go to the 7. I'm sorry, we're out of order. You're also an 8, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I am.
No, you.
Did I go?
Yeah, you already
this
went.
round?
Yeah.
You already went.
Oh, we're
7.
that. Oh,
Yeah. 7,
I
6,
see.
5, 4, 3. The reason I missed the 4 last time is because everybody else had the low initiatives that were in that other room, but Dusty. And it goes on his initiative. And he casually
Strolls that way.
gets the fuck out of Dodge.
Do that.
Takes his full movement right to here. Okay. 10s. 9s. 8. Braid Bay comes back. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
haven't paid attention.
that one that he bit, I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you. Like, what?
It's
did
just
he
sitting there
create
like
something.
shaking his head. Vay just disappears and comes from light, just like you guys do. His eyes are no longer glowing like they were. And he just kind of looks confused just for a second and then realizes what's happened. When he comes back alive, the giant that's sitting down, his eyes were glowing, kind of looks at him. And then you see Vay look at him and smile, and the giant stands up.
He's got control of that thing.
And
Oh my god.
that giant attacks this giant.
Nice.
Vay attacks that giant.
Me too.
You attack that giant. Natural 17 will hit from the
Oh,
youngling.
wait.
The youngling hits.
Right. You wait and see.
He's
You can
wounded,
be-
so let's see. 14 and 7. 21. Vay. Hit. 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 Ooh. He's still alive. He's hurt. He's really hurt.
Quick draw.
Okay.
It's sitting on my eraser. It's either a 16 or a 19. Do you want me to re-roll it?
Yeah, re-roll it.
Oh, it's a 7. I thought that was a 1. Oh, my heart dropped into my stomach. Goodness. 14.
Hit. Is your minimum damage more than 3?
Yes.
He's dead.
My minimum damage is 18.
Okay, he's dead.
Or 19, actually. Okay, and then I still have movement and 1 more attack, because that was quick draw.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll move over. I want to go around that grate, just because I don't.
Okay, you just don't trust it.
I don't.
Which way?
Behind the giant.
Okay.
That way, yeah. And start making my way down towards those guys.
To here?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll reach a wounded one right there. Either
And-
one of those two are wounded.
The big one, I'll hit it.
Okay.
10, that misses.
Okay. Vay will take his movement and move right up next to you here. And so will that other giant. He won't be able to attack. Either one. Alright.
I'm not gonna sheathe my sword yet, but I am gonna hold both my actions.
Okay.
He's within 5 feet of me, right?
Who?
They.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It just sucks. We continue to
So-
die and then have to wait 3 rounds. And if I can prevent that, then
He has his sword out, and you feel magic resistance come over you when he walks up to you, like walks right next to you. You feel
Nice.
this energy go protect you.
wonderful.
So if you put yours up, that's 2 of them. Not that magic is happening right now, but it's something to
Never know.
remember for the future, or for a
Right.
possibility of something going on. Yeah. Their attack,
No, I get to go first.
or you go? Yeah, I'm sorry. You go.
Please let me
My bad.
hurt somebody here before they kill me again.
You're surrounded by 4.
I'm gonna end up with no fucking experience.
We're
Yeah.
trying to get to you.
You'll see that there's a youngling giant that's glowing with that white light coming out of its eyes. Not real strong, just slight. And he's just kind of looking, going towards the big giant to fight the big giant. You can tell something going on. Something's being controlled.
Nice. I'm gonna keep engaging the big one, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe if we kill the big one, it'll scare all the little ones.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I kept going after the big ones.
Okay.
So sorry.
12.
And 14.
Hit.
Crayon.
I
Recolor
said
the
that I
dice.
was gonna paint
Yeah, she said
them.
she
I
was
just
gonna
haven't had time. Uh, 22 damage.
On the big one?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. Alright. He's barely. Oh, wait, no. He got hit last time. No, that'll do it. That kills him. He's dead. The big one dies, and the little ones are like, you know, for a second they're like, oh no. And they seem to be alone in this room with you. Kind of scares them.
Cool. I'm gonna swing at the other one.
Bottom right.
Okay. This one right here?
Uh,
No?
Sure.
Or this one?
I was gonna go for the other one, but
This one?
yeah,
Okay,
the one by
go
the
ahead.
lava. 16.
That'll hit.
$23 damage.
Okay. He's still standing. He's wounded though. Let's see. Their attack?
Mhm.
This one over here by the lava still sitting there with a goofy smile, like watching Dusty leave. And when you look up to see, Dusty's kind of skipping. He's kind of doing this weird little dance skip like thing that's keeping the giant's attention. These around you have to make their morale right now. They are. Yeah, that one's fine. That one's not. And that one's not. So, this wounded one right here, he doesn't go anywhere. He just stands his ground. This one runs over to here where this one is,
Mhm.
and so does this one. When they run, you get a free attack on them.
Yay!
You can choose one.
The one that's hurt.
Yeah, okay. The one that's hurt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Natural 19.
Hit.
Nice. Fucking awesome. 30 damage again.
So, goodbye, little youngling giant.
Nice.
He didn't even
So
make it
he
over.
dies as he goes
He
by.
takes a step and you cut him down, and the other one keeps running and goes over there. And that was on an 8, right?
Yeah,
And now it's their turn. This one's going to attack you, Velia.
of course.
And a 1.
Good.
I have never seen so many 1s and natural 20s in this last 2 games.
All right.
He falls. Ends his attack. This one.
When he walks by me, do I get a free attack?
He's charmed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do
right.
though. If you want to hit him, you can. He walks past you to go after the other one.
Yeah, I'll leave him. I'll
He
leave
hits
him
the other one
right
for 18 or for with
there. I
an
didn't
18.
realize that was the one that was charmed.
That's gonna kill it. That one's dead now. Oh, you guys may.
Might actually fucking look out of here.
Then it takes its rest of its movement rate, and it goes towards this one that's not hurt. And makes it to him at the end of that round. Doesn't seem like the giants realize anything's going on with that other giant yet.
So, can I go ahead and take my full movement then?
You can, and yeah, you're free to move. There's one sitting with his back to you right there, where Dusty was.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Right.
He squatted down, like sitting like that, you know, looking at Dusty take off running with his little dance.
I'm gonna yell at these guys that I'm going for Braid,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take my full movement towards the door.
When she gets by me, can I pull out a healing potion and hand it to her? For Braid. I have an action. Because I didn't pass those out.
Yeah, you start to run a straight line,
Mhm.
and you realize you're gonna have to curve over just a little bit, but you can if you want to grab it from her.
Okay.
You don't have any, right?
I don't.
I forgot to
We
pass
never
those
passed
out.
them out,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's my bad.
That's your full movement, right?
Okay.
3d8 plus 3.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What initiative are we on? That was on an 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting because everything's on an 8.
Yeah, they've all gone. When you go running, this one goes like glares at you. The one that's sitting down, he's like, "Arr." And he stands up and comes running after you. And he can reach you.
Cool. Can I get final word before he attacks me or after?
What's it called?
Final word
Okay.
after. I'm
He
about
swings
to
and misses
Fucking die again.
with a 6.
Nice.
He misses you.
Yay.
Here. They start clubbing each other over here. Those two, they both hit.
Simultaneous knockout like in a Step Brothers. That's what I saw when you said it.
Depends on which one does the most damage on who wins, of course. So. This one over here on the wall is sick, still sick. This has been round 3. He's just puking around 2. He's still puking. Doesn't look like he's going to be doing much. And that's all of them. So at this point, things are really spread out. So I'm going to have a reroll of initiative across the board.
Can I get final word on that
You can.
one first?
You can. I was hoping you would hear me say that. Reroll initiative. Roll 20.
Okay.
Try to hit.
17.
That'll hit.
30. Yes.
Wow. All right. He's still alive. But her.
Guess what
Nice.
my initiative is?
What's your initiative? 8? 8? Mm,
Okay, now reroll.
yeah. They have a 7.
Nice.
They an 11. You had a 5 that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dusty 9.
14.
Nice. 14 will go first.
Same guy.
You're gonna attack him?
You
Okay.
betcha.
Go ahead.
16,
Hit.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of that bless, it's basically anything but a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've noticed.
And 21.
Mm.
Wait, 19. No, sorry. 26. Lost my mind.
All right. He is hurt.
And I get one more attack.
Okay.
$21.
That'll hit. That'll kill him with your minimum damage, I'm sure. He's 5 hit points left.
Yeah.
Okay.
30.
So you go running with your full movement rate.
I know, it keeps
With
rolling
your
good.
with your full movement rate in Dragon's Tooth in your hand, and he comes and just leaps over towards you, lands, swings, misses, and then you just carve him to pieces with your sword, and he drops to the ground, and then you stab him to kill him.
Nice.
You can take the rest of your movement rate if you want to continue to go.
Yeah, and I should have full movement because it's a new round, right?
Yeah.
I had already made it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full movement. I already told these guys where I'm going.
All right. For 2 rounds, Dusty went that way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see him yet.
Okay.
But you do see the wall over there and the entrance, and it looks like there's a bunch of bones, a lot more bones than there were.
Mm.
Like from almost to floor to ceiling, almost.
Mm-hmm. Doobie.
Yeah,
Doobie-dooby-doo's been here.
Grand Eternal.
The Grand Eternal doobie doobie doo. All right, Osith and Vey, you're right there. 14, 11 will be Vey. He can't reach that giant over there. He's gonna listen to her and go with her, but he's gonna wait for you. He's gonna stand next to you.
Yeah.
So, 8s.
Yeah, that'd be me. We can
Yeah.
take off that way.
9's a Dusty, but he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna go with him and take off?
Yep.
Okay. So from there you would have got to about there. Maybe not quite that far. And you're taking your full movement rate as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna just kind of come zoom in here and bring you all kind of close here just for a second. When you get to the stairs, you know, there's a fire giantess's body's there. There's another giant behind it. And behind them is this wall of bones. And you start to go by that way and you hear Dusty go, hey, in here.
Stop.
All right.
Actually, I'll telepathy him. I gotta go help Braid.
He comes out from behind the bones and you see him. He says, they're not in there.
They're hiding somewhere.
I yelled for them. They didn't answer. They're not in there.
Can you telepathy them? See where they're at?
Yeah. I will. Telepathy.
They
All
can't
of them.
answer.
Everybody, the whole party.
Well, Aspen can.
Yeah.
Mm.
Aspen. I'll telepathy Aspen. Where are you guys at?
No reply.
God, like, I don't know. They're not answering, but
Up the staircase and down the hallways, you can hear noise. You would recognize what they're saying is seal the doors.
You're sealing the doors. You're sealing the doors. We need to hurry. Where the fuck are they?
Behind you guys, those giants that were over here,
Mm-hmm.
the one that they seem to have control of is dead, and the other one that was choking, that was poisonous, is really wounded, and the other one's trying to help him, and they're going over to the corner over here by this bed and trying to hide from you guys behind the bed. You can see them from where you're at. Actually, there's no bed there now, so they just they go in the middle of the room where the bed is, which is located right here now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they try to hide behind
it.
Yeah, they try to hide behind it. So they don't seem to be any immediate threat right now. What do you want to do? So you hear a lot of muffled talking, but it's from a long way away. Some of it's close, some of it's from a long way away. The long way away, I want you to roll percentile dice for me. You can tell it's Frost Giant, but you may not hear it.
55?
You don't hear it. You can tell it's Frost Giant being spoken, and there's commands being given, but you don't know what it's saying.
Other than seal the doors, so she would tell them that they're talking about sealing the doors. There's other stuff going on, but I can't quite hear it. Where the fuck did they go?
So, as you guys are standing there, Braid comes around the corner, bleeding and broken. You see his left arm is ripped kind of and off back at a different angle, and he's like, and he kind of drops to one knee.
I'll run up and grab him.
Okay, it's going to take a little bit to get to the top of the steps because they're huge. You got to jump up, grab it, and lift yourself up. You start doing that?
Yeah.
As you jump up and grab that, Braid is kind of looking down at you guys. You see lightning hit him from behind and just blow a hole in his chest. And he just drops onto the fucking ice and stone and stairs and just face first down right to your feet. Smoking. And it came from down that hallway.
I'm gonna
Grab
invoke
him.
my magic resistance.
Okay.
My area of effect. I'll
All
pull
right.
out my sword. Invoke the area of effect magic resistance.
So you got yours and Vay's up. Vase is coming close.
Yeah, I'll pick
He
Braid.
moves up to Braid, like you guys go up, he moves up to him and grabs
I'll
him.
help her pick up Braid.
Okay, you guys grab him.
Yep.
He's dead.
Of course he is.
His heart is gone. His whole chest is open. His arm is broke back at a weird angle.
What do we do?
Let's go into that room and regroup.
Okay. Go in there.
You guys go into this room
Yep.
and take his body with you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He was almost dead when you saw him. He was bad off anyway, but not that bad. You guys come in and you don't see anybody in here. It's empty. As far as you can tell. Like there's the cages and stuff. You can go and search around through the bones and things like that if you want. About that point you hear a click up above you.
Mm-hmm.
And out of nowhere, you see a door open up, and you see Doobie peek down and see you.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I thought you guys got
He throws the rope down.
Mhm.
You need to come up, or we
Yes.
come on, come on,
Yes.
come on.
Boost
Braid!
We'll boost him up.
No, he says. He starts to cry. Doobie does. His tears come to his eyes. So you get him up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb up.
You
And
guys
then I'll turn around and I'll call to that elf. Hey. Hey, guy. The elf that was in the cage that wanted us.
Doobie looks down. He's like, he's up here. He's with us.
Okay,
Come on.
go.
You climb up the rope. You get to the top. It's an extra dimensional space, and you see him close the door. And you're just in a room. What happened? Doobie says. You see him wiping his tears.
He took off after one of the giants, and then we were on our way to get him, and
Remy just walks up to him and puts his head down on his lap and just starts holding his hand, crying.
She'll walk up behind her and kind of put her hand on his back. Like, she's upset, but she's not gonna start crying.
Okay. Remy's 16.
Yeah.
He's bawling. He's like, Braid, no. He kind of looks up at Vay. He's like, the temple will bring him back, right? Right?
They brought Valia's mom back. Maybe
Vay
can.
looks at him. He's like, yes, don't worry, Doobie. We'll do the best we can to get him back.
So
He starts wiping his eyes.
there's
It's gonna be
sealing
okay.
the doors out there. We need to come up
figure out
come
how
up
to
with
get
a
the fuck out of here.
plan.
What happened?
We killed
Um,
all of them.
Not all of them.
Almost.
Almost.
If we kill them all, then we can get out, probably.
It's not all of them. There's still
I mean,
some,
all the ones that were in that room with us.
except for like one.
He just looks at you.
We need to come up with a plan.
Vay just kind of looks over at you two out of the corner of his eyes. He's now's not the time.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Something's not right.
I saw. Are
You see
you
his-
okay?
You see his legs start to shake, like he starts to get jittery.
We need to get back. How the fuck are we gonna get out of here, you guys?
Vay
Yes.
goes, we're gonna fight our way out, just like we got in. We came for the sword. We got the sword.
So
How are we gonna get Braid back?
Take him to a temple. Aspen, can you get us out of here in that sled? If I can get out of here, I could bring the sled, yeah. So you need to get out of here. Go. And Aspen just looks at him and then he's like, nods. Doobie opens the door and Aspen's like, I will be pulling the carriage up outside in 10 minutes.
So we should all go at the same time. And you should sneak and get through, and we will do the fighting.
Okay. All
Who's
right.
gonna carry Braid?
Vay looks over at him. He's like, okay. He picks him up.
So I can help to keep you guys safe.
He's like,
For a limited amount of
he
time.
puts his body back down and you see him start taking off his armor. Because it's just hanging in pieces. Crushed in on his chest a little bit. It's hurting him and he fucking rips it off. Peels it all off. Throws it down. And then picks him up.
This is gonna be.
Doobie opens the door.
Um,
Vay looks at she's like, there are chests in there. There might be something of use in that room. Someone should go check it out. He looks at Remy. Can you do that?
I can go with him.
He kind of looks up with tears in his eyes still. He's like,
You shouldn't go by yourself.
Don't get caught.
puts his hand on your shoulders.
I can't really sneak like you can, but I can fight if you get caught.
I can't come back to life like you can, so.
I have a DM question.
Okay.
What?
I have a DM question.
Okay. I thought you said I have a damn question. I was like, yeah. What?
DM. OGM. Is it immortal? Do I regenerate at all?
No.
No,
No, you're not regenerating.
not at all.
No, remember
Just
I told you guys
fucked
you're
up
not regenerating.
Okay. And can't be healed.
I can't be healed.
So we can tell them how long it takes us to come back now. Now we know.
Yeah.
So I would tell them.
Okay.
3 rounds, so out of combat, that's
30 seconds.
30 seconds. So I would tell them that it takes 30 seconds for us to come back.
Well, in combat, 30 seconds. So.
In combat.
Yeah.
30 seconds. So there was still one in that room when we left and one that was hurt. I don't know if they've gone out, but... Alright, let's go.
It's 3 minutes.
3 minutes out of combat? Okay.
So you climb down the rope. The illusion, you don't see it from this side. You can't even see it. And you can see out and you don't see anything or anybody.
Okay. Do you guys just want us to wait here?
Faye looks over at you and he says, remember there's still 2 over there.
I know.
And we need to head towards the front as soon as we can. Aspen's still.
Yeah, he's with you and Faye says, maybe we don't have time to do that. Maybe we should just bum rush out of here.
Yeah,
Straight good
That's
luck.
probably the smart thing to do. Let's just go. Let Aspen go first and then we'll go.
So you're standing there at the
Remember,
base
you
of
can
this
telepathy,
thing. He leaves
you
the
know,
rope up in
what's
it
going on.
and looks at you guys and says, just in case. Takes a big deep breath and starts climbing up the stairs. And the other spell.
Okay.
Stay close. Let's go.
At that point, Faye says, let's forget about the chests. We're just going to go straight out of here.
Aspen already took off.
Aspen goes forward. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he already left. Yeah, he took off and went.
Okay.
Tried to sneak out.
How long should we wait?
We should go.
What
Because
now?
if we have to fight,
Yeah.
it's gonna hold us back. And he said he could get there and be back in 10 minutes.
Alright, let's go. I've got my magic resistance up. Does Vay have his up too?
Yes.
So we both have our magic
Yes.
resistance up.
You guys climb up the stairs and come up into this area right here. You get to the very top stair, and Vay's like, he's holding Braid, but he's like, and he sets Braid down and he kind of peeks up over the top of it, like, and then he comes back down, and he whispers to you that it's a big long hallway that he doesn't see anybody.
Alright.
He gets up and kind of pushes Braid's body over the top and scoots it a little bit and then starts to pull himself up.
Okay. I'll go next.
He gets to the top. You go up next?
Yeah.
All right, you see the hallway. It's really long, and then curves and starts to go that way. There's 2 double doors right here, 2 double doors right there in front of you, and then the turn left. There is a turn to the right with stairs that go up, and you feel cold air coming from it. It might be an exit.
Kick ass.
Then about that point, a lightning bolt comes from this end of the hall and hits Vay, but you guys have magic resistance up, so let's roll both of those. It's gonna hit him probably. It's gonna hit him, but he's holding Braid's body too.
Oh, 1.
Okay, 26. You make both, so it's half, quarter, and save for an 8 damage. He saves. Nice. Okay. He takes 4 hit points.
Nice.
Okay. So roll initiative. Yeah,
Ooh,
babe,
the
that's what I'm
lowest
talking
of
about.
that.
I got 10.
5.
All right. And then, okay. 10s and above is going to be.
I got 10.
Vay has an 11. Wait. No, Vay has a 13. He'll go first. He runs the direction that the coal is coming from. And he kind of looks at you guys as he's doing it, and he's like, let's go! And starts to go up here. And it's fucking cold. As soon as you turn that corner as soon as he turns that corner, it's cold. The wind's whipping down that hallway pretty hard.
Yeah, my initiative roll.
What initiative was it?
10.
10? Okay, you go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Velia?
5.
You're 5? So,
I'll wait for her.
We still have our gear on too.
We do. We never took it off.
they did.
Yeah, he did.
I'll wait for Valia. How much do you weigh?
Like 120 pounds or something. Hold on.
Can I pick her up?
She's 5'9", 130 pounds.
I'm like 5'1". Can I try to pick her
What's
up?
your strength?
17.
No.
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 I mean, it would be awkward, you know what I mean? You can try. You can try and drag her along, you know what I mean? But you're not really, you're strong enough, but it's
okay, I gotcha.
it would be silly, kind of, you
It
know?
would. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. So you start making your way up this long
It's going up.
hallway. It goes up. Must be going out, you think. And
Sorry.
go ahead.
Doobie through the caltrops.
Yeah.
I'll ask him, do you have any more of those?
He says, "No, I used all the ones I had."
Dusty, do you have any more marbles? Damn it. Like, that would be super helpful right now.
It would. You guys are running, you know, to get out. Nothing really happens. You guys run.
Okay.
And you get to the top of the entrance, and Vay's already putting Braid down, and Vay's like shaking. He's so cold.
I'll pick Braid up.
He starts getting his pack
I'm
off.
good. I can pick him up.
Yeah.
I can toss him over my shoulder and
He
go.
gets his pack off, and you start going out. When you look out and look around, you can kind of orientate to where you were before, and you realize this was inside the tower, you know. And as you come out, you realize this was inside that tower that was broken down that you saw. And you attempt to make your way and weave your way through the ruins and back towards the sleigh, the black sleigh. Do you?
I telepathy Aspen.
Okay.
Tell him we came out the back door of the tower. Should we come around the east side or the west side?
Just keep going straight, he says. Just keep going straight.
Straight north?
Straight south.
Okay.
Straight south. Just
Okay.
keep going straight south.
Okay.
So you guys break off and you realize that, Vay will get all the shit on and everything. You guys put all your stuff up. Do you have anything out now?
No,
or-
I'll put
Okay.
everything up
All
before
right.
we go out.
She's got braid and her sword is in her hand. She doesn't have a sheath for it.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's
She
true.
never put it away,
Okay.
so she's got braid over her
All
left
right.
shoulder, her sword in her right hand.
As you guys are running, you realize there's a kind of a storm starting to build up in the south, not to the north, but to the south, to the direction that you're going.
Okay.
But you don't really get into the storm before you start to see the sleigh come up. And you see a bear at the top of the back thing just sitting there. And he roars at you. And the sleigh stops.
Run.
You run
Get
and
in.
you get in. As you're getting in, rocks start landing all around you. Bam, 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 bam. They don't seem to be hurting you or anything like that. And he starts to get the sleigh underway.
I'll ask him if he wants us to take ballista. Sorry, I'm
Uh,
not trying to interrupt.
So you ask him that at the same time that you hear in Frost Giant, "Release the beasts! Release the
Release
beasts!"
the beasts. He said, "Release the beasts." Get in and go up to the ballista. For sure. Yeah.
The bear is on top of the other cart, so the door opens no problem.
Nice.
I'll put braid down in the main cart.
Okay. When you put him down, where do you put him? On the bed, on the floor? Where do you put him? Like on a couch? There's like a couch there.
If there's a bed, I'd put him in the bed.
You lay him on the bed and you look at him like you can't help it when you look at him. I mean, his eyes are just, he's dead. He's just like this, but you can see his face and part of his body where the snow is hitting him is starting to, like the flesh is being eaten. Like you can see it. Part of it's already being eaten from the snow, from the black snow.
Right. Does he have any on him?
Yeah, it's on him. It's all over him. He didn't have any, he didn't
Oh my
have his
God.
protective gear on.
I'm gonna start dusting him off then. Get it all off of him. Because I'm still fully...
It's pretty hard to do. You realize you're spreading it more than anything. There is a bathtub, but
Okay.
it's a dead man, he's dead. I'm not gonna get, as a DM, I don't need to go into some details. Some details are just not appropriate, but it stinks, I'll just say that. And you hear Aspen yell from in the other room. He's like, "Get to the ballistas!" And he telepathies to you. Yes, get on them.
Well,
Vay goes up.
I'll
Doobie
go
goes up.
Hit the ballista.
Remy goes up.
I'll look at Dusty and tell Dusty, please get this off of him. Get this off of him. I gotta go.
He starts doing that. You see yellow magic going in his hand. He goes, and it cleans him.
Nice. So I run up, and as I'm running up, I telepathy DOG. I know that sounds crazy, but she's been worried about him this whole time.
So he almost went into combat when you were down there, but didn't. And he was with you, so he's with you the whole time. He's been with you. He's
with me.
in the bottom of the cart now.
Okay.
He won't go up the ladder, of
No.
course, but
No, I just want to make sure he's in.
yeah, he's in the cart. He's just
Okay.
invisible. I didn't forget about him. Well, I did, but I didn't. What is this thing?
Ballistas.
DMs forget about familiars and pets until there's an AoE, an area of effect.
Yeah.
Spell. Then we remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, she would have yelled. They said, "Release the beasts." There's something coming.
Yeah. Fast as I can, get on a ballista.
Okay.
Same.
You guys are hauling ass in this sleigh like you did on the way up here. And you're going into a storm, but you haven't gotten deep into that storm yet. So you can still see out 60 feet, 50, 60 feet from the cart as you're moving along. I'm going to place you guys in the positions that you decided to take. You can tell me which ones they are. You're only in one cart right now, unless somebody wants to climb over to, another one. So we're gonna go one at a time. Osith, you went up first, and you guys are on this front cart. Okay, there
Can't
are
see the cart.
6 ballistas. Yeah, I know. Hold on.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
So you see, there's 6 there on that cart. Where do you go? The front, the right, the left?
The right,
Back or front of the right?
back.
Right here?
No, the other one.
That's the front.
Oh. Sorry.
It's okay. Vay goes up next. He'll take the opposite side of you. Velia,
Next to Osith, or Ray.
dog's still attached to you.
Right.
Doobie takes this front one right here next to Vay. Yayla will take this one. Braid laying down there. Dusty's down there. Remy will take that one. The bear. All right, you guys are hauling ass. When you get up there, you look at these guns, and they've got 2 handles like this, and on the right it's got a trigger. On the left it has a reload button. So when you look at this ballista-like thing, and you realize that there's a chamber that loads the logs up into it. You just kind of look at it, and you can see, and there's a dozen on each of them. And they kind of go down into the cart a little bit, almost like a magazine. And you can see you see a plate with some springs under it, and you realize that's how you reload it. When you look at it, you can see that the mechanism is attached to that.
Okay.
Then between the ballistae are small little kegs like this that have oil in them. And then you have the means to light them with. You see these little, you've seen them before. Well, no, have these characters seen lighters yet? So you see these little things, you're not sure what they are. Has anyone seen them? Actually, you would have seen them, Velia, in Verb.
Okay.
You would have seen people with them before, lighting pipes and things like that.
Okay.
So you know what it is. Vay knows what it is. Doobie knows what it is. They would tell you.
Yeah.
With everyone's help, together with all your combined intelligence and wisdom and know-how and all that kind of stuff, you can figure out how to use these. Those with a natural aptitude for missile weapons, meaning that your dex is high, will get your dex bonus with missile weapons with this thing. But you are not proficient with it by any means.
Okay.
So there's going to be a negative on top of it.
Okay.
We have an open non-weapon?
It's a
Or an open weapon, not non-weapon.
If you have an open weapon proficiency, I will allow you to pick ballista if you would like.
Okay.
Would you like to?
Can I make that decision if we have to use them?
Yes, I'll allow that. I will allow that for sure.
Okay, I have
Nice.
3 open weapons.
Okay.
I have one.
All right.
Same.
Okay.
Fucking awesome.
All right. None of them have anything open, so they're fucked. They're just what they are. So real quick,
We got luck on our side.
We do. We'll be okay. We got this.
Remy has a +3. Yema has a +4. Faye has a +3. You have a +2.
Yes.
You have a +5.
4.
4. +4. Sorry.
21.
Yeah. Remy +3. Dusty's not down there. Dewey's +3. Nice. Okay. So, non-proficiency is going to make you swing at a -4. So if you have a +3 or a +4, you're at a 0. If you have a +3, you're at a -1, +2, -2, so on and so forth. Just in case that is an option of something that you might need to deal with. But before you know it, as you're looking out in the 60 feet, you see these creatures that are coming from behind you guys and to the sides of you guys. Give me a second and I will set this up for you. They're running the same speed that the card is. You have seen these before.
Yeah.
You have seen these before. They're displacer beasts.
Oh my.
You're not sure how many there are, but as you look out, you can kind of see behind you just a little bit because of the slits in the stonework.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the bear like growling, and Aspen says, "We got company." He says, you hear like kind of a click click, and then you see mirrors go out to the sides of this area where you're shooting at, where you can see behind you. It's like a rear view mirror. So as you're standing there, you look to the right, and there's a mirror where you can see them, and you can then turn and shoot them if you want to.
Nice. Yeah.
That.
Not using the mirror, but the mirror lets you know where they're at behind you in your blind spot. But you can see out to your left and right. And before you know it, you've got them on the sides of you guys trying to overpass you. They're trying to get past you and in front of you, it looks like. And they're hauling balls. They're moving fast. Seems like their claws and everything really work on the black ice well. And you see them, like as they're running, they'll shift and go displace and then up forward a little bit farther. So they're going pretty quick. Those are the ones you see. So
Soon as they're in range.
Yeah.
there is no initiative right now, but as soon as they're in range, you're going to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
She would say out loud, "Don't forget that the first hit misses with these guys."
okay,
You said we've seen them with the same thing, displacer beast,
Yeah.
right? So she would say that out loud. "Don't forget that the first hit misses."
Mm.
We're all up there.
Vay says area of effect. You see him lean down and punch one of the kegs open with the oil, and he starts pouring it in a little trough-like thing that goes all over the wood.
Mm.
I'll do the
Do the
same.
same.
I'll do
Okay.
the same after I see
All
him
right,
do
you
it.
guys start loading oil, so you don't shoot right away, and you see them. And they got 6 legs each, 3 on each side, and these weird tentacles and a tail, and look like a black panther kind of that's bigger. As you're pouring oil, you hear the bear roar. You hear him scream out, pain. The bear does, and then you hear it roar and attack like he's attacking. You hear like that, and big battle going on up there. Evidently, you're not sure what exactly is happening, but you do feel the sleigh kind of go to the side like that, just a little bit. And go ahead and take your shot. Oh, Vay will light them for you. He'll start
Okay.
lighting them.
So we get the plus of our dex. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You got a -4 to hit with these.
Unless we take,
Take
a.
it. I'll take that
I
proficiency.
will too. I'll take it.
Okay. You are now proficient with a ballista.
+2 to hit from our missile weapon. Do we get +2 damage from that, or
No,
is it just
no,
to
it's
hit?
just +2 to hit.
Just to hit. Okay.
Yep. So let's go down to. We'll just start from the top left. Remy can't shoot anything yet. Osith.
Yep.
There's one right in front of you and one slightly behind you.
The one right in front of me.
Okay. Give me just a second. Go ahead. What'd you get?
4.
That's gonna miss.
Do I still get my 3 over 2?
No.
No, just 1.
No, you're gonna get, well, if you're proficient with it, yeah. Specialized is, yeah, you're not gonna get 3 every 2. Yeah, you'll get 1 around with this.
1 around.
Yeah.
Okay, I miss.
The beast displaces somehow, you're not sure. It's really hard to hit.
It's on fire.
It bounces off of the black ice and you see flame kind of go in a trail where it bounces, but it shoots off into the distance and misses him. Then we're gonna go to Velia.
Okay.
She missed the one in front right here, and then there's one almost directly in front of you.
I'll hit that one.
You see this one kind of start to gain speed over that one and go this way between here.
I'll go for that one then.
Okay.
13.
So hard to see.
Okay, Velia, you're going to need a 14 to hit it.
Okay.
Osith, Array, you're going to need a 14 to hit it. All right.
That missed.
Then we go down the line. We're going to go back to the other side with Yayla. She's not proficient, but she has +4, so she's just swinging. No, that miss. It fires up in the air and kind of goes. She's like, "Fuck, these things are hard," she says. Vay takes his shot. A natural 18 will hit, even at a -4. This +3, -1. He'll hit this one. It looks like it hits it. It bounces and ricochets, and it's in a different position than it was when he shot it. And it continues to run and kind of goes about to there. The one you shot at, Velia, kind of goes about there. The one you missed, Osith, kind of goes to about there. And then this one here. That's what it looks like currently. Go back around. Now Remy can get a shot. We're starting at the top left. Remy's going to shoot. -1. 17 -1 will hit. Vay hit too, right?
Yeah.
but it went through it.
Displaced
Same with
it.
Remy. First shot misses. It misses this one up here. And then it comes to you, Osith. You load another one in. It hits in the oil and flames, catches on fire.
Nice. 13, 14, 15, 16?
Hit. It hits right where it's at, and it displaces and ricochets off of the ice. Which one were you swinging?
The one
at?
right in front of me.
This one here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just remember that if you shoot at that one again, its displacement won't work.
Yeah.
Okay. Valia.
Can I get a shot on the one I already tried? In the
Over
middle-
here?
The middle at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Try that one.
Okay.
20. Not natural, but
Yeah. Hit a dirty 20.
yeah.
It'll
dirty,
hit.
Dirty 20.
It'll hit.
Nice. So that should do.
It goes like it's going to hit it and misses it. You didn't hit it last time.
Oh, that's right. God fucking.
Go over to Yayla. She takes a shot. 19 will hit, but it doesn't because the creature is displaced.
Stupid.
And Vay. He shoots at that same one that's trying to get up front and away.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Damn, Vay.
That's what we
Dude's
need.
got some skills.
He's lucky.
He is.
I've never seen
Super
so many
lucky.
natural 20s
Fuck.
from an NPC.
And then the fire damage. Alright, he hurts it and it basically stops its movement rate. It just stops. And the cart keeps going. It just. And the cart's going so fast, it really doesn't catch up. You know, it kind of stops for a minute. You're not sure what's going to happen with that. But so that, I'm going to move it off the screen for a moment. Back to Doobie. He has nothing to shoot at. Remy. Remy will take another shot. He didn't hit last time.
But Valia hit that one in the middle.
He didn't hit. He misses. Osith, which one do you want to shoot at?
Same one.
Okay.
The one that displaced last time. 13. That misses just barely.
As soon as you miss that one, it jumps
Wait.
and leaps.
Wait, was it 12 to hit?
No.
14?
14.
14 to hit? Okay, yeah, misses. Fuck.
As soon as you miss, it jumps and lands on top of the cart above you. You can hear. You see a claw come inside where you're at. Just it's too far away. It can't reach you. It's too thick, and you think, but you know you can see through it. You're not sure what it can do, but it reaches down and puts its arm in and kind of comes. It's about 2.5 feet from you with its claw. And it doesn't hit you, but it's on top. Valia?
Same one?
This one here, it's
Well,
almost out of range. As you look, you see you've got one more chance to hit it before it's out of your range in front of the cart.
15.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Roll 2d12, 2 12s. And
One.
two 6
Take it
siders.
to reroll ones and twos.
And 2 6 siders.
11 on the 2 12-siders.
Okay.
I got 11. And then 2 6-siders.
Yep.
5. So
Okay.
16.
It stops that one. You see it kind of tumbles it. This one right here. Kind of tumbles it and it stops as the cart keeps going. It kind of stops. Then we go over to Yayla's side. And she tries again. Actually, she says, fuck this. And she just grabs her bow and just
Yeah.
starts to
I
shoot
was
with her
waiting
bow.
for that.
Hits. Did she hit last time? She didn't. So it passes through it and displaces but she got some more arrows.
I was going to say, I'm sure that pisses her off.
Hit, natural 19. Hit, 14, natural 14 hit. Miss. That one kind of scratches at the arrows and stops and kind of spins and slides on the ice. It gets hit a couple times. It's like, it'll slow it down enough to let the cart keep going. Vay? He'll miss. Doobie gets to shoot. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice. He hits this one as it's kind of coming this way. Goodness. Good job, Doober.
Goodness. I can't sit still.
It'll stop that one. All right. Osith,
Yes.
you only see one in front of you right now.
All right.
You feel them jumping onto the cart like it's...
Yeah.
And you hear them screaming and attacking the cart. Like you can hear them going nuts trying to get there. You do see them moving to the holes that you guys are using to fire these ballistas, and like kind of starting to look in at you, but their heads are too big to get in. They can reach their claws in, but it's like from me to you. It's like
They can't reach
they
us.
can't reach you.
Well, at least there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll fire at the one I can see.
All right,
Natural 16.
hit.
Said 2d12 and 2d6. Right?
Yep.
10 and 3 for the 12s. 15 and then 6 for the d6s.
Thank you. It will stop that one, like it stops it, and it does the same thing, and the cart keeps going. So you've got, you stop 4, you got 8 on the carts with you. I got to take care of something. Give me just a moment.
How do we even deal with that? Like, what?
So you hear the bear fall. You can hear it roaring. Hit the ice, and you can hear them screaming and attacking him. You're not sure what's going on, but the cart continues to go. They start to claw on the door to try to get in, hanging off the side of the sleigh. And you can see them through the mirror. There's 2 of them, and they're just raking at the door from on top, kind of holding on with 4 claws, and then a couple of their other claws are just
The
raking
door
at-
that's downstairs.
That's downstairs, that goes into the downstairs.
We should probably
Go ahead
make our way down there. Yeah, I will.
Does it look like there's one that I can reach through the hole the way that?
You only see the 2 at the door where you're at, and it's on your side. You're right here, so you can see through and see. I mean, they're right in front of you, hanging over the what you look out of. partially.
They are hanging over.
Yeah, but then you can't get the ballista on them. The ballista at this point is kind of turned to the side because it sticks out farther,
Right.
and their bodies are pushing it to the side.
Can I try and get them with my sword through the slit?
So it's pretty far,
Okay.
but you think you could barely reach one. Yeah.
The extra long sword?
Yeah, you think you
Try
could
that.
with it. Roll 20.
Are they large creatures?
So, yes, they are large. They're 8 to 12 feet in length. You do notice, you do feel the sleigh start to do this, like, do like a slide type thing, and you feel it kind of tip just a sec.
Take a shot at it.
Okay.
I still have that +4 bless. So. Natural 1.
Roll percent dice.
$15?
15%?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That will end your attack.
Okay.
That was not an initiative, so it doesn't really matter as far as like initiative attack or anything like that.
Okay.
But it does matter the amount of time it takes them to get through that door.
Okay.
Stuns you, you know, for
So-
the rest for the rest around it stuns you. I'm really not on initiatives because they're not attacking you guys.
Right.
You're attacking the cart.
They're attacking the cart right now.
I'm gonna move down towards the door.
You hear you start to go down, climb down the ladder. You open the door, start to climb down the ladder, and you can hear Aspen from the other room, from the pilot's area,
Yeah.
say, "Brace!"
Oh,
You're hanging like halfway down the ladder.
Fuck.
You hear it from where you're at because the door's
Grab
open.
a hold of the ladder, I guess.
Okay.
Like, and just try to, with my strength, to brace
So,
myself, not get
The
thrown.
cart
Sit down.
goes to the left, and then the cart goes to the right hard, and you feel it kind of turn and go like it's going around something. And when it does, the left side of the cart tilts like this, and then goes all the way over, and you guys hit on your side and on top of the ice, and you're like, so I need strength check from you on the ladder.
Barely. Just barely.
And you hit something too. You feel the impact of when you hit something. You're not sure what it is. You guys have been going for a ways. It took like, probably 10 miles, 7 to 10 miles off your journey towards where you were headed. That's where you're at right now, just so you know.
And how far is that from the reach?
So the reach was 20 miles.
Okay.
So you guys are anywhere from 13 to 10 miles from the reach right now. Where you're at, but that's just, that doesn't matter. But so the cart turns and you can hear screams from the creatures, like some of them got hurt. And strength check, did you make it?
Just barely. Just under it.
You're able to hold on to the ladder and not hit the side of the cart. You sat down.
I did. She was already stunned.
Yeah, you were already stunned. So yeah, you guys are going to take 5 hit points of damage from being slammed around. Everybody in the upstairs cart, you won't.
Nice.
You had a hold of something. They really didn't. None of them did. Oh goodness. And it slams down hard. You hear ringing and scraping and
Like a car accident.
yeah, and everything seems like it goes in slow motion just for a second. And Valia, you look around at everybody, and they all seem to be just kind of banged up a little bit. They're all moving and everything. What do you? You're downstairs. Dusty's hurt. He's on the ground going.
I can't heal him. Oh, I'll walk over to him.
He's holding his arm. 5 hit points to him is
A lot.
a lot. And
Does he have like 13 or something?
something like that? Yeah.
I'll
He's
head
holding
down
his
there.
arm. He's like, screaming, bloody murder.
Oh
I'll
goodness.
head down there.
You come down the ladder, and as you come down the ladder, you look at his arm, and it's broke. You see that right here, his arm's broke, and he's holding it like, it's gonna bleed. It needs to be.
Yeah.
Something needs to
I
be.
have healing.
Okay.
Um,
You want to go to him?
I do.
When you get up to him, you look over and you see
Yes.
Braid's body laying down next to him on the ground. I'm sorry.
Wisdom at a -2 for healing.
Okay.
Goodness.
Try to stop the bleeding and
Yeah.
bandage the broken arm.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. He screams when you said it and everything. You start putting the splint and trying to stop the bleeding and all that, and using the herbs, you're able to stop the bleeding. After he screams, he just kind of looks at you. He's like,
Are you okay?
thank you. Where are those potions?
They don't work on us.
What?
They don't work on us. We're immortal, Dusty.
He sees a worried look. You see a worried look on his face. He says, I can't cast with this. Not that I could now. You see him reach and grab his wand out. He's like, and he looks around the cart. You look around, the lantern's kind of on a sideways thing, so it's kind of dangling down like this, and you can see the light kind of moving, and you can hear the wind coming from the door where they were, and you see Vay kind of look through the hole down at you. He's like, is everybody okay?
Dusty broke his arm. I said it, but he's hurt.
You hear growls from outside the car.
I don't think he can cast.
Feel him land on top of the cart, and you realize the door to the cart is on top,
So
not on bottom.
I'll kind of help Dusty up,
Okay.
and I'll move him out of the way. Come on. I'll move him out of the way and just fucking prepare myself for combat. Like, I'll wait for everybody.
Vay tells you that the other cart is broken off from this one, and that it's still upright. He could see it. He says, I could see it. There's nothing on there, no creatures on it.
So if we can make it to it, we can.
Oh shit! He jumps back, and you see this claw come in there. You're not up there, but Doobie and them see it. He's like, they're still here, guys. They're still here.
Is everybody okay? Aspen, are you all right?
You don't hear anything.
I'll make my way over there that
Okay.
way.
All right.
Open the. It's not open to the cold, is it?
You don't know. You haven't been in there. You don't know. You know he's got to be able to see somehow to drive. So there must have some way for him to see.
Valia, can you telepathy him before I open this door?
Aspen, are you okay?
No response.
He's not responding. I'm gonna grab Braid and
Okay.
wrap him in all the blankets that were on the bed
Okay.
and tie him up.
All right. Vay comes climbing down and drops down and holds his hands up, and you see Doobie come and he helps Doobie down. Remy climbs down. Valia hops down with a bow in her hand. You look at her, she's got a big bruise on the side of her
Yayla?
cheek, right? Or Yayla. Yeah, she's got a big bruise on the side of her cheek right here. A little cut.
You okay?
Yeah, fine. You?
Yeah.
You guys good?
I'm good.
Dusty, you alright? He's like, no.
We need to get him. We need to find Aspen.
Wham! Wham! You hear the door getting attacked.
Delia says out loud to everybody, I'm about to die again. If I get hit one more time, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm about in the same spot too. I'm pretty close.
Doobie says, I got an idea. Vay, boost me up.
What are you doing?
Trust me. They boost him up. You see him go and hold out his gem and starts capturing all the light from the lantern and the lanterns in the room. And then he like goes out and you see him. And you hear like sound in the distance. And you hear like they're moving off the cart going somewhere.
Let's hurry.
He looks down to you and he goes, we might be able to get to the other cart now. Vay's like, guys, it's like 40 feet away. It's a run. It's
Somebody's
get
gotta
Aspen.
grab Aspen.
Vay
You get
goes
them
over
to
to
the
the door.
cart.
It's like sideways, and he grabs the door and kind of opens it up. Boom! It gets hit and some claw comes under and rakes the floor. Vay's like, help! And he's trying to
I'll go
push
up
the door.
And I'll try to push the
Boom!
door.
You hit it and you guys start holding it. Something's clawing at this door.
He got thrown.
Huh?
He probably got thrown. That's what she would say if there's no covering in there.
At that point, Remy comes down, or Remy goes up where Doobie was, and then drops back down with a barrel oil and just looks at you guys with this look in his eyes.
Remy does. Oh goodness. Adrenaline.
You see him put a wick inside of it. He pokes a hole and puts a wick inside of it. Sets it in the middle of the cart. He's like, when you're ready to go, we're gonna light this.
Alright.
Fucking what about Aspen?
He probably got thrown. We're still holding the door.
Yeah.
You know, with this thing trying to
Right.
come through. We could try to find him.
Yayla walks up to you guys as you're holding it, and she sees the handle, and she pulls out an arrow and just sinks it through the floor to close it, and then she does it again with another 2 arrows so that it's like locked. You realize that it's still attacking the door, but it can't move it or open it.
Nice.
We don't know. Faye looks at you and he's like, we don't know. We don't know where he's at. He may be in there, but right now he looks over at Braid. He's like, he's gonna slow us down.
We can't leave him.
We can come back. Yayla goes, no, we don't leave him. Remy's like, I'm not leaving him, man.
I'll carry him.
Faye looks at you. He's like, okay.
If you guys want to try a run, I guess I can look for Aspen.
How are you gonna look for Aspen?
I don't know. About how far do we slide? Do I have any
You
idea?
have no idea. You have no idea. Doobie says, my distraction won't last for long.
Well, we better hurry. Let's go.
Let's do it. I'll pick Braid up.
You guys all climb up to the top. Open the door.
And run.
Vay will go out and like kind of look around first, and he says, they're over there with those lights, Doobie. And Doobie kind of comes up with him. And you see Doobie manipulating the lights, like moving them around. And it seems to be catching their attention. They're like hunting around the lights, whatever they are. And he'll move it real quick and they'll go run over to that direction. He goes, I got him, just go.
Okay.
Quietly. So it's not a problem to get up on top of here with everybody and get Braid up here, but you're standing on top of the side of the cart, and you can see you slid maybe 120 feet or so, maybe a little bit more. The cart that was attached to the back end of this is about 40 feet away, but it's down into the ice a little bit, where the axle in the front is down on the ice a little bit, and you see the wheel on the back side completely shredded. The bone, whatever it's made out, is completely shredded, and it looks useless. It looks absolutely useless. You're like, shit.
We can't use that.
Vay's like, they're north. We're going south. Let's go. Maybe we can lose them in the storm. And you look to the south, and there's still a storm there in the south.
I start looking around with observation
Me too,
to see
for
if I can see Aspen.
Yeah, that. Do you want us to roll it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a 9
No.
under
Fucking
17.
missed.
I got it. Maybe.
You do see blood on the side of the cart from the front of it, and on the ice. But you don't see Aspen.
Like he might be in there?
Either in there or something drug him out. It's like on the ice. It rubs on the ice. You can see like something was drugged slightly.
So there's drag marks.
Yeah.
Do they just go
It only goes about 6 feet and stops. And that's it.
I should say there's that, but I don't.
Well,
You
he's-
show it to her?
Yeah.
He's camouflaged. He's
So-
in all white.
But if he's bleeding,
Yeah.
it's going to be
Can you
red.
try and track?
Can you track?
Yeah, I'll try.
Everybody else start going to the south. Follow me, Vay says, and he starts climbing down. He looks at you and he goes,
Okay, but,
you can tell he's having a struggle with this. You know he doesn't want to leave Braid, but you know that he feels like it's, dangerous to carry. Then he picks him up and has a thought. But then he has a thought and decides to take him from you. You're not sure what that thought is, but
Okay. I look at the blood, see.
okay,
What I
you
can
you
see.
crawl down and look down. Everybody else is crawling down the other side of the cart and starting to head south. You see Vay start to go with it. You're starting to notice a little bit of wear on your equipment as you're tracking. You go down to track and you kind of catch yourself on the ice and you're like, what the? And you look, and part of the boot is missing down at the bottom, just a little bit. It's not down to the displacer bee skin yet, but it's almost there.
Okay.
So you track, you see bear tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and they head east. You see Aspen's tracks, and you think it's Aspen's blood, but then you also realize it's probably bear blood too. You see both, but the bear went east. Aspen didn't go east. You don't see Aspen's tracks.
Mm.
And his body's not there. You see blood in the cockpit, all on the ground. Whatever creature was inside the cockpit that you didn't think about when you went around there to look and track is not there. You look and it's not there.
Thank God.
But you don't know where it's at. It could be anywhere. You're like,
I will telepathy them that the bear's tracks head east. There are no tracks for Aspen, but there might not be. He's a ranger like me. He might
It could
not.
be on the bear.
It could be. He's lost a lot of blood. There's a lot of bear blood. And you guys might want to check your boots because mine are almost deteriorated down to the displacer skin.
That means we need to go. We need to get off the black ice.
Yeah.
so the two of you are conversing at the cart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
I
telepathy
waited.
that. I telepathy
I
that
waited
to
for
everybody
her.
though.
Sorry,
Okay.
I should have said that.
Waited
I
for
waited
her.
for her.
I tried again to telepathy Aspen. I'll yell this time.
No answer.
Okay.
Come on, we gotta go. I know you don't want to leave him, but we have to go.
Okay. Take off running.
Hopefully, we can only hope and pray that he is okay. Take off.
Go ahead and make an observation as you guys start taking off from the cart, headed to the south.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see a frost giant at about 130, 40 feet away from you, hit body laying there on the ground.
Headed south.
No, like laying there, just like the cart hit it. Like that's what happened.
Fucking crazy. Yeah.
Giant stood in front of the cart and it was a collision. Killed the giant
Killed it.
though.
Yeah.
Looks like. You go south?
Yes.
Yeah, catch up with everybody else.
We'll be full speed,
Yeah.
full tilt.
You catch up with them pretty quick because everybody's wounded. Everybody's bleeding somewhere.
So
Vey, you can tell, is not as hurt as everybody else, but he's moving slower because he's carrying braid. Or he's carrying braid. Mummy, basically.
Yeah.
if anybody needs healing potions, I have them. I don't know about pulling them out here in the black ice though.
Gayla's like, I could use some healing.
I will.
Dusty says, I could use some.
I'll give him one and let
Okay.
him
He takes it.
figure it out himself.
He drinks it.
Because
It
he's
doesn't
not
do
listening.
shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't do shit.
It's a 3d8 plus 3. If anybody else wants
He
one.
wastes so that.
Yeah.
You keep your track.
Yes.
Okay.
Wasted 2 so far.
Well, he's not gonna listen.
not.
I just need to let him figure it out for
Yeah.
himself.
You wouldn't have either.
No.
Yeah, probably. So you guys start heading south, and as you start heading south, you can hear the creatures howling and growling in the distance behind you. But you guys enter into a storm, and it's unlike any storm you have ever experienced before. You can barely walk because of the ice, and the wind is so strong it makes you slide back a little bit. It's coming from the south to the north, and it makes you slide, and you gotta lean into it. You guys do this for a good hour or so before you start to collapse of exhaustion. You guys are absolutely wore out. You know it's cold. You're just not feeling it because of the equipment you're wearing. But ice is starting to gather around all your equipment, all your gear. Everything that you're wearing has got black ice all over it and black snow all over it. And it's eating it. You can actually, there's a strange smell in the air from it burning and eating your equipment. You all can smell it. You start looking at the bottom of your feet and realizing that they're deteriorating, that they're getting eaten by something. Your masks are starting to get slightly deteriorated as well. You like when you touch them and move them, you can tell they feel like they're about to go brittle or something.
Starting to go down. Telepathy anti-eras. That is what she would do. It is what she would do. I don't want to do that. That is what Velia would
You
do.
get no response.
Oh my God.
It doesn't even connect.
Uncle Gordon. My dad. Oh my God. Nobody.
Currently, our high-level PCs
Yeah.
are in war key.
I-
And no telepathy goes in or out of war key.
It doesn't.
Your dad's somewhere, obviously, where that's the same situation, so you get no response. You wanna try somebody else? Or...
Mom. Quickly. She said short and sweet.
Yeah.
Mom, I have the sword, but we're all about to die in the black ice.
04, as you start to telepathy to her, your sword glows. And then in your mind's eye, you see that light and you hear, I am with you, my child. Do not fear the dark. You are born from the light. I will save you. Come to the light. You see your sword start to glow and like point to the west. And it just glows.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Your sword starts to vibrate It's a male voice that says this
Yeah.
to you.
Not female.
You start going west.
Yeah. I
Vay's
look
like-
to see if anybody's following me.
Everybody's kind of looking at you. You know, they're all wore out on the ground and the wind and everything. Vay looks at you and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? What's going on?" You can barely
So-
hear each other.
I'll telepathy everybody.
I will. Go ahead.
We will be saved if we go this way.
He nods at you. Like, you can tell he's at the end. He's not doing good, and neither's anybody else.
Stay with
You
me.
feel like your breath is getting short as well.
Yeah.
So do you.
So I'll
And
pull
as the
out-
party, as you go around the party, you look at their masks and you see they are deteriorating, and that you guys are probably breathing in what's on the outside now.
pull out my sword and invoke my area of effect Vulcan ability.
It goes up. All the cold, all the black ice has no effect anymore. It all goes away.
We have 2 minutes.
And there's no wind hitting you, and Vay's like,
We have
He
2
stands up.
minutes.
Let's run.
2 minutes.
you guys start running to the west.
Sword
all
out.
we have. 2 minutes. I can,
All right.
2 minutes of that. I've been saving it.
You can't see 10 feet, 20 feet in front of you. You know, it's whipping and going crazy. At about the 2-minute mark, your shield drops. Comes back to all of you, and you're like, the bitter cold. You realize that your equipment is seeping cold now. And
So even if everything was on the inside,
it's got
now it's
now
starting.
everything you own has been touched by it somehow, some way, because the equipment is, bless you,
Thank you.
the equipment has deteriorated. You start coughing and you're getting short of breath and stuff like that. The sword's still glowing. I need constitution checks from everyone. Vay's fine.
I'm okay.
16.
Yayla's good.
7 under 16.
Remy's good. Ruby's good. Okay, so Dusty drops to the ground, just unconscious. You think it's exhaustion. He drops, but he doesn't protect his arm or anything, and his face hits the ground. You know his face hits the black ice. And so I should have explained a little bit more about the blade and your Vulcan ability. Your particular Vulcan ability will enable you to passively absorb things like this black ice, or a gas, or poison, or flame, or something like that, if it happens to you by surprise. But a strike or a hit, you have to have initiative to invoke it.
Right.
You pulled your blade out because your blade connects with that Vulcan ability, and you can channel it into the blade and create a area of effect that protects people.
Yeah.
Everyone around you. So you did that. It lasted for 2 minutes, and then when it broke, shortly after it broke, is when Dusty goes down. Now, everybody, all of you are having difficulty breathing right now, and let's see. Vay stops when Dusty goes down. Doobie just keeps kind of walking, like he doesn't even notice it. Like he's just trying to keep going. Remy kind of stops and
I'll.
tries to pick him up.
Yeah, I will. I'll get down and pick him up.
It takes one of you to do it, not just both. So Remy, like when he helps and he sees you doing it, he's like, I got it. And he puts Dusty up over his shoulder. Byron carries him over his back and holds his arms over. Vay just has braid like this, but Remy has to put both his arms over. It doesn't work real well, and he comes back down, and Vay tells him, grab an arm, grab his wrist, and fire him over like this. And he shows him. and Remy does it so we can hold him easier.
I'm gonna try to grab Doobie's hand while that's going on.
Okay. He reaches out his hand to you, and you know he's shivering. And you realize when you touch his hand, so are you. You're like, oh shit, I'm cold. And everybody takes a D4 damage.
Do you want us to
Roll it yourself. And I need another Constitution check as you start to move forward to the west.
1. That's a lucky ass roll.
And then another Constitution check.
Yeah.
Oh, I barely made it.
Got it.
Barely made it.
Okay. Doobie drops. You got a hold of his hand and he just unconscious down to the ground.
Pick him up. I try to grab him before he hits the ground.
Okay, you do. You can like
So I've got his hand off. I can pull him up.
pull him up over the top of you.
Yeah. He's a
You
little
s-
shit.
He is.
I can
You-
do one arm.
Yeah, you still got your blade in your hand, and
Right.
it's still kind of glowing and pointing in that direction. Like it's moving that way, like beyond your grasp. It's like forcing the direction. It keeps showing you where it's at.
I look back, make sure everybody's good.
Yeah, you guys start to go.
Come on.
All right. You traverse for another 60 feet, and I need another Constitution check from everybody.
Got it.
Got it.
Yayla falls.
I'll grab her. I'll walk over to her,
Okay.
pick her up, do
She's
the same thing.
unconscious. Okay.
I'll put her on my shoulders. Goodness.
Vay just kind of looks at you guys and he's like, this can't be where it ends. This can't be where it ends for them. We have to get them to safety.
Keep going. Keep going.
Maybe we should build a shelter.
What?
He looks around and he's like, I don't know.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
say a prayer to Ariax.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll it or do you? You got it.
Go ahead.
No. 95. Rolled high.
You feel like you're so deep in the black ice and so far from any living thing that she just doesn't reach her. You don't think she hears you.
Mm. That's so sad. That's so sad. Keep going. Just keep pushing through. What else are
Okay,
we
you go
supposed
another
to do?
60 feet. I need another Constitution check. At the end of this 60 feet,
I made it.
Got it.
Vay made it. Remy made it. Okay. At the end of that 60 feet, I need another D4 damage. Who's carrying Dusty?
Me.
You feel him kind of go. That.
Unconscious.
You?
Yep.
Velia drops. You see her drop
Damn.
with. Who are you carrying, Doobie? Her and Doobie
Yeah.
hit the ice and just kind of. Vay's just standing there, kind of like. He looks over
I'll
at
pull out my rope, I
he,
guess.
he looks over at you and he like just kind of reaches down and grabs Velia and starts to drag her. Like he can't, he's like trying to drag her. He leaves Doobie laying there.
I'll grab Doobie. I'll try to pick. He's small, right?
Yeah,
I'll
so
try to pick him up.
who are you carrying?
I'm carrying Yayla and Doobie.
And what's your strength?
17.
What's your weight allowance?
Max or weight?
Weight allowance.
My weight's 85. My max is 220.
Done.
Okay. So you put him up over, and you start to take a step, and you're like, and the ice is, you're just like, oh shit, this is gonna be hard. You think to yourself, you realize you're gonna be at a quarter movement right now.
Can I drag him and not be?
Probably be easier to slide him on the ice, you think? Yeah.
Oh, that might save our lives. Yeah, I'll do that. I
Okay.
don't want to. But...
Set him down and you grab him, you start to slide him. You see that's what Vay's doing. He's up ahead of you. You see Vay drop to a knee. He just kind of drops to a knee. I need a Constitution check from you.
I made it.
Vay drops to a knee, you make your Constitution, and you see him just go face first into the ice.
And so it's just me and Remy.
It's you and Remy.
So
Let me make a check for Remy. No, it's just you. Remy drops too. You're standing there. Everybody's dropped around you, and you feel the ice and wind, and you don't think you're doing so well. You feel like you're getting a little dizzy and a little sick. I need you to roll a foresight for damage.
okay. I do have my -20 Constitution bonus.
Yep. But you look around and you realize you cannot carry.
All of them. Yeah.
And you're standing there, and then you feel the ice kind of rumble. And you hear like a growl, like a deep, low, guttural growl, and your sword starts to glow.
I'll pull it.
You detect the dragon within 200 feet. Like when you pull it, you're like, shing, and you look up ahead of you, and probably 200 feet in the air, you see two eyes. That's on the ground. You see two dragon eyes glow a gold color. Come this way, you hear.
Come this way?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And then you see it start to come, like the eyes are getting closer to you, and you can feel the eyes go. Need a Constitution check.
Yeah, I made it.
As you're standing there, you look up and you see the colors start to glisten, and you see golden scales, and you look up and you see this massive gold dragon. It's huge, 200 feet probably up in the air, its head, and it just looks down at you, and it extends its wings out like this, kind of around all of you, and kind of pulls you in, like all the bodies you see just kind of pull them in close to him, and you feel like start to get a little bit warmer there.
Sheath my sword.
There's still shit whipping through the air and stuff like that, but it's not as bad. And I need another Constitution check from you.
I made it.
You fucking
Oh
wrong.
my goodness.
He starts to literally and softly reach down and pick up the party members. Like you see him putting them in his claws. He's like picking each one of them up. Then you see him kind of lower his wing down like that and look at you and he goes, "Get off."
I will. I'll climb up on it.
So you start to climb up this leathery fucking wing. It's massive and it's a long climb. I need a Constitution check from you as you're climbing up.
I made it.
Question? Do I just stay at 0?
You never reached 0. You
Okay.
didn't reach 0 hit points, did you?
Yes.
Oh, that's what happened to you?
Yes.
I thought you missed your Constitution.
No, when you said roll damage,
That dropped you.
I went to 0.
Okay, so-
I'm so sorry. I thought
So, yeah, no.
I didn't
no,
communicate
no,
that very
no.
well.
Okay. No, you will not stay at 0.
I didn't think so. That's why I was asking.
I think you're gonna go. So where were you?
Zero. Right at 0.
You're at -2 now.
Okay, we're gonna start over.
You feel really fucking dizzy, you know, as you're climbing up. You get up about halfway up this thing's wing, about 60 feet or so, and there's more to climb, but you realize he's raising his wings so that you don't have to climb, like you could just walk straight.
Okay.
About another 60 feet or so before you get to its back. Go ahead and roll another Constitution check.
Made it. Holy fuck, I can't believe I haven't missed it yet. That's crazy. It's my lowest stat, too. Like,
This is the second time, right? Second, so go ahead and roll Foresighter for damage.
okay. I'm at 1 hit point, but I have -20 because of
You
the...
feel it try to heal you, like you feel a healing spell come over you, and it has no effect. He just kind of looks at you. You can see these golden eyes. He's like, and he turns back around, and you feel yourself moving on the ice. Like,
I'll get somewhere where I'm not gonna fall if I go
So-
unconscious.
Lay down.
so when you get up onto his back, you realize there are some handholds that you can hold on to. It looks like there's some kind of rope up there that's been placed on this dragon for you to hold on to,
Nice.
for someone to hold
I'll
on
do
to.
that. Can I take the rope? That's,
Tie it to you.
And I have a rope as well,
Okay.
and I want to tie myself to it so I don't fall in case I go unconscious.
It feels kind of natural to you to be writing something. You know, you're really,
Right.
really good at that. But anyway, this thing doesn't take to flight. It just moves on the ground really, really fast. And you feel the wind and shit going crazy all around you. And a Constitution check.
I made it. I
Okay.
cannot believe.
You better kiss that dice.
You see what looks to be some sort of cave entrance in a mountainous area. You're not sure where you're at. You don't even know where you're at. And you start to go towards that cave entrance. You get to that cave entrance, and I need one last Constitution check, and I need you to roll a Foresighter for damage.
I missed.
And roll a Foresighter for damage. Where you at?
I count the 0, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that puts me at -2.
-2. Okay. And that's where we're going to stop this evening.
Oh my god.
No!
Rotten.
No!
Ooh. You're killing us, man.
It's been an epic evening. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. Thank you for wonderful gameplay.
Thank you.
Freaking awesome. Thank you so much. So I love doing this. Guys, thank you so much for coming once again. This is Original GM. I am Hupahu, joined with Wachi and Chikala, and we will be back next week. Like, subscribe, share, all that. Ta-da.
There's a gift inside your God's granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, get rest, you will be here. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear. And the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes.